looking to stay on his bike, try to keep away from him. He's got a really sneaky high kick.
Yeah, this is be an interesting fight to see. Luke's relatively green. I got to train with him maybe a year or so ago. He dropped in whenever he was at WVU. But I know now he's up there at Stout. So I'm interested to see how his both his grappling and his striking have evolved.
To have such a high-level wrestling background gives you so much power in MMA, especially when you're first starting out.
Even with all the accolades that Luke has, though, he is going up against a guy in Sheldon Starcher who last year fought 3 times. He went 2-1. Also had a title shot against the Fireball Kid.
Yeah.
So
and had a good performance in that fight,
absolutely.
better than I expected.
And
you bite off a little more than you can chew, and you get stronger, and that's what happened. You know, Thomas was just a little too much for him at that time.
And he's bringing in a lot more experience than Luke. Luke's 1-0 now. I know he had another fight scheduled last year that fell through for some reason. I was actually going to be cornering against him, but this is an interesting fight.
And the classic Sheldon Starcher walkout song, Sweet Caroline.
He cut his hair.
He did.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad because the Starcher brothers were known for that iconic blonde hair.
Especially, he had the Heath Ledger 10 Things I Hate About You look going on last time.
I think Colin had a crush.
Can you blame me? Look at him.
He looks serious now, though. There's something about that buzz cut that's intimidating.
It's the Rose Namajunas effect, bro.
Yep. Oh my God. He's taken after his hero, Rose Namajunas. He actually sold his hair to charity. Or donated. I should say donated.
Sold his hair to charity?
He sold it.
Well, some charity he gave that to, huh? Sheesh.
He did it like the EpiPen
He's
people.
like, my hair's so good, you need to buy it.
He's fighting a guy who trains in Pittsburgh now, so the chance of getting him a little bit of extra pop here tonight.
Oh. They're giving him hell. I'm excited for this one, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at bout number 16 of the night. In the blue corner, we have a former...
Oh, he's shooting him the bird.
Yeah, I believe that was in response to asking if there was going to be a glove touch, and instead he responded with the bird. So.
Yep.
Some bad blood in this one.
Lou Martin. Fighting out of the red corner from Spencer, West Virginia. Weighing 100.
Luke looks to be maybe just a shade flustered by the... Sheldon needs to calm down in the corner. Preston needs to calm down in the corner. He's fighting later. He needs not to get too wound up.
You can tell he's trying to get in Luke's head. Hey, I think he thought about that flying knee.
I think he did too.
He was trying to pull a Jorge Masvidal, but Luke didn't take the bait.
Ooh,
nice inside low
kick
from Starcher. Starcher gets better every time we see him.
It's very comfortable switching stances too.
There's that high kick.
We see Luke has that classic, wrestler preferring to be southpaw.
Looking for that overhand right straight
Sheldon
to the takedown.
Tells him no.
Sheldon did a great job seeing what was coming, backing out of the way. If he can fight like this, then this is going to be a tough fight for Luke.
I have a sneaking suspicion that he's throwing those low kicks to set up a high kick later.
Oh, yeah. He has a very sneaky high kick. We've already seen him finish someone with that. And it was such a beautiful setup. Guy didn't see it coming.
Got to be careful, though, that Luke doesn't start to time it like that and catch it and dump him on his back.
But you see there, he just kind of leaned over to catch it.
He overextended there.
Oh!
The beautiful wrestling on display of Luke Martin. And now Luke's exactly where he wants to be. He's got 1:48 to work.
Looks like he might be trying to set up an arm triangle on the far side, but
Starcher trying to make space, get back to guard, and he does.
gets his elbows back in nice and tight.
And he's going for a Kimura now from half. But he's got to be real careful. He's going to get himself in trouble.
Yeah, he needs to get that left arm back across in front. There we go.
There's back to full guard now. He's in a good spot here. Got the posture broken.
Be interesting to see if Starcher can get back up to his feet, because he was getting the better on the feet, but he's definitely losing the round now.
I worry that Starcher's going to be too content here to play guard.
I agree. I think that in jiu-jitsu with 3-minute rounds, I would never lock a body triangle from the bottom of closed guard. It's just kind of
just holding you there.
It's a stalling position. But he's not taking any damage, and maybe he's just content to try to
trying
make it
to hold out
to
to the next round.
Every round does start standing, so there's some logic to that.
He keeps thinking about sitting up for that Kimura, but Luke's too wise to it.
Luke's trying
Luke's
to cause
corner is calling for him to put his head in the cage. But I don't know if I like that advice, because it gives him the chance to wall walk.
I personally like to walk the head into the cage and then stand hips over hips.
Yep.
Now's his shot, and he's up. Oh, my
And
God.
right back down.
That's incredible wrestling.
Sent right back into that underhook.
Ragdolling him. Anytime they get in the clinch, he ragdolls him. Which Sheldon expected it. Sheldon knew what high level of a wrestler he was up against. He's just got to be crafty enough on the feet here to stop it from happening again.
And he did a good job where he got complacent in the clinch for a second, and that's when he got taken down. He didn't get taken down.
It began with him overthrowing as well.
Yeah.
Everything was tight and perfect. As soon as he overthrew it, gave Luke the chance to get in close. This is a fight where Sheldon Starcher is definitely going to have to mind his P's and Q's if he doesn't want to end up on his back. And excellent first round from Luke Martin. You know he took that round. Two beautiful takedowns, top position for the majority of the round. But Sheldon had his moments in the opening going. And we see Preston, or we see Chance, good Lord. We see Preston Starcher in the corner of Sheldon there.
I mixed them up earlier. It's okay.
So what kind of X factor is that, having a brother that you've got to train with all
Especially
the time?
one that's basically the same size.
Yeah.
I wish I had one of those.
Well, it's like the Diaz brothers. I think that's how they got so tough.
I agree.
You've got someone to constantly train with, someone you're closer to than probably anybody you're ever going to run across training. Or the Schultz brothers.
Yeah.
Preston needs to keep the center of this cage and really try to maintain that distance.
But Luke really does not look very comfortable on his feet yet.
No, I would agree with that.
Oh, man.
It looks like
And even with the crossface, it wasn't enough. What a beautiful shot. Luke Martin is the real deal.
Now, it will be interesting to see if he's able to keep tight over. He's using the butterfly hook well, but he's using the butterfly hook to go back towards close guard, and that's just going to keep him here for a longer period of time.
He's too content to hang out here in full guard because, like we talked about before, how often are you seeing guys getting submitted from full guard? This guy, Luke, he's wise to all these submission attempts. It's time to get up. It's time to get where you're comfortable and where you're actually winning the rounds.
Pretty dangerous to go for that scoop grip from half guard.
He's going for that Kimura, and it's tight now.
He's got his hands connected, or at least he did for a second.
He's in a weird spot where you can get re-Kimura really easily.
If he can put in a butterfly hook, though, he can use it to sweep. If he can put in a right butterfly hook, you can counter the re-Kimura with a sweep.
There, he's back to it.
He's keeping that wrist control, though. Now he's got it out, almost out away from the body.
If he can use his hips, it's all about the hips, digging that arm out of there.
And he's using it, his outside foot, he's kind of giving up on it.
He should go back to it. I think that's the closest he's come
There you go.
to getting him in danger.
He's back up, but he's
Let's
going to
see
get
how
jumped.
long he can stay up. Not for long. Beautiful wrestling from Luke Martin. Preston telling him to turn in, dig for that underhook, but Martin's controlling that arm so well.
And now he's got it mounted.
This might be the beginning of the end. Yeah. And now it's over. Matt Jones. Oh,
No.
sorry.
No, I think he
I
was
think
close.
he was.
He thought about stepping in there for a moment. And now Nate Jolly steps in, calls a stop to the contest. TKO victory in the second round for Luke Martin. That boy has some potential. I think that may be one of the highest level wrestlers we've seen here at
Absolutely.
NLC. Absolutely ragdolls Sheldon Starcher.
Yeah, he's complete. He's very excited for a 2-0 amateur MMA fighter.
Colin with his passive-aggressive comment. Colin's just old and salty.
I am. If it makes you feel better, that's how I talk to my fighters too.
And we see here Nate Jolly here, but raise the hand of Luke Martin.
Moving to 2-0 is Luke Martin.
Great work from Luke Martin. Dealt with a crafty striker in Sheldon Starcher.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see once he gets some polish to his stand-up and his jiu-jitsu and things later on.